Can you give us a glimpse into, you're a really positive guy most of the time, but you've had some pretty rotten luck the last 2 years health-wise, especially around this time. Can you just give us a glimpse into how tough it's been and how excited you are for what the opportunity is in front of you now if you can stay healthy and be out there regularly?
Yeah, obviously coming off of 2 years with injuries and preseason, it's definitely tough to kind of get started with the season with a major setback. But just always had the mindset of just continue to grow and continue to get better and find ways to add value to the team. So never use that as an excuse. Always trying to work on my game, whether that's in the film room, helping out my football IQ, and once again just adding value to the team wherever I can. So this year, I'm really excited to get back out there and just continue to stay healthy.
Aaron Nagler.
Oren, how challenging is it in a truncated, no preseason, minimal camp to work on the physical side of your game? I think it's pretty obvious you're assignment sure, you're always in the right spot. Physicality has probably been hampered by injury, but how tough is it? How challenging is it in this environment to work on the physical side of your game?
Yeah, as professional athletes, I mean, that's part of the job description. We got to be able to adapt to the environment around us. And to me, it kind of feels a little bit like college. Like you never had preseason games in college. So it's a similar format where you have camp and then you're just ramping up for that first game. So there's a lot of just excitement around that first time you get to put pads on and I really thump a little bit. So I'm just kind of taking that mindset.
Mike Spofford.
Yeah, Oren, just wondering, after working alongside Blake for a couple years and now a veteran like Christian is in the room, is there anything, new or different maybe that you've picked up or learned from Christian just in the short time that you've been working with him?
Yeah, first I'll just say, like, Blake, he was a great backer to be behind when I was a rookie in my second year going into the league. Just learned a lot from him. And the same thing with Christian. Just learning a lot from his wisdom in the league. He's been in it for a long time, and he's seen a lot of different systems. It's probably more defenses than a lot of people in the league right now, but he's kind of picked the best things from those defenses and the aggressiveness that he plays with. He communicates well. I'm excited to get out there on the field with him.
Mark Daniels.
Hey, Oren, thanks for doing this. Sort of on the mental side first and then the physical side. You probably are as well versed in, Mike Pettine's scheme now, having to do nothing but study it for the last couple of years. And how has that prepared you now to finally get to translate that onto the field and hopefully for a long time?
Yeah, things are definitely slowing down for me, getting into the details of the defense, just being able to play fast, read my keys, and just trust my eyes and play fast. I'm really excited to go into this year. I can't say it enough. Like, it's been a crazy off season, but just looking forward to getting out to that first game. The guys that we have in this locker room, especially on defense, just a lot of energy around it. So we're excited to get out there.
Tom Silverstein.
Hey, Oren, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Great. You talked about a lot of the energy. What was the energy like coming off of practice today, particularly the way that last drill where the offense had 5 shots to get into the end zone and didn't? And what does that do for you guys? Was there a buzz amongst you all after that?
Yeah, I think Coach LaFleur does a great job of just adding that competition element to every practice. So every drill, every station, every team rep, we know that we're going after it to continue to get each other better. So that for as a defense, that's a big win for us. We got to keep it rolling because we got to keep stacking days. But we're never going to look too far back, or we're just going to keep moving forward and continue to get better.
Wes Hodkowitz.
Hey, Oren, how's it going?
Great.
Awesome. Hey, I was reading through the story that Rob Demoski did on you. I was just curious. I was just curious, with your off season, you talked about it being crazy. What was the emphasis for you there? What were your goals? And when you came out on the other end of it, how good do you feel in terms of your confidence now going into this camp?
Yeah, definitely going into the offseason, my pec and my shoulder were kind of a main focus for me, just making sure I rehab that, getting my strength back. So working with my strength trainer, Josh, he did a great job with the group that we had down there in Nashville, really using functional movements, getting that strength piece back, and just feeling confident and, again, just moving in different ways and being explosive. So this is the best I've felt in a long time physically. So just got to keep things rolling, staying on my maintenance on top of just making sure everything feels strong and fresh. Just feeling really good about this year. Just got to keep stacking days and making it count.
Ryan Wood.
Hey, Oren, the injuries that you had obviously took you off the field. How much do you think that affected your development as a young player? And for having gone through that, I know you're excited for this year, but you feel even more eager for having gone through those times to be where you're at now, to be healthy, and what might become of this year?
Yeah, for sure. Just got to log reps. I feel like with more and more reps that I get, the more confident I get, and just continue to stack days. There just can't be enough said. Like I keep saying I'm excited, but like there's no words I can put into to express you guys like how excited I am for this year. But it's just going to be a culmination of putting all the preparation in place and just playing fast and confident.
Bill Huber.
Yeah, with the injury last year, I remember at the time there were reports that you're going to need surgery, and obviously you didn't. A, how did you get through it? And B, is there any sense of pride while the season might not have been what you wanted to be, that you're able to stay out there and power through with the pain and lack of strength and all that?
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle between whether we were going to decide to have surgery or not, but I got a second opinion and decided not to, and I think that was the best decision for me. So just being able to get back out there on the field, add value to the team through special teams, the reps that I had on defense as well, but continue to add to that role this year. That's what I'm looking forward to. But man, that was a tough time because you're in between. You just don't really know whether it's going to be a season ending or you're going to be back in a couple of weeks. But just have a great support system around me, my wife, my family, just propping me up on all sides, making sure I could stay mentally strong and ready to go.
Rob Domofsky.
Hey, Oren, good to see you. Having worked out with Tanyan this offseason, I assume you're not surprised the way he started camp, but what do you see from him, and where did you see the steps that he took?
Yeah, Rob, he did a great job coming off of surgery this offseason, and we were working side by side pretty much this whole offseason. I've seen the work that he's been putting in, and he's a grinder, man. He loves the game. He plays at a fast tempo, and I'm excited to see what he does this year. I know he's going to be a difference maker on our offense.
Jason Wilde.
Oren, we talked to Billy Turner before you here today, and obviously we talked a lot about social justice and the issues in this country. You've been on top of those since you were a student, obviously, at Vanderbilt. We've talked about that with you before. Where do you think, where's your head at on that? I know you got to focus on football and being the player you want to be, but I'm sure that weighs on you a lot. How do you kind of view the way the last several months have gone in this country?
Yeah, just first of all, just as my identity, I identify as a Black male, and that to me is something that's never going to change whether I'm on the field or off. And the things that have been going on in this country, I think we're in a space where the focus is on making sure that Black Lives Matter, the issues that we've been fighting for systematic oppression for years and years is at the forefront. So it gives me a lot of hope to see that we're making strides to making this world a better place in that terms. But we got a long ways to go, but we're making actionable steps, and that's making sure that we're registered to vote. We're getting our local officials in the place to make decisions that are best for our community. We are empowering each other in entrepreneurship in different facets and STEM, and just really empowering each other to build each other up rather than break us down.
We have time for a few more, and we will have an additional player after Oren, so stick around. So next question, Tom Silverstein.
Yeah, Oren, I was wondering, so given what you just said, has the culture in the locker room changed in the sense that it's easier for people to talk about these things now? And have you sensed that there's a wider discussion, a meaningful discussion that goes on between players?
I would say during OTAs, when we're doing everything through Zoom, Coach LaFleur did a great job addressing it as a team. There was a lot of open dialogue about different issues that we're facing in our country and actionable steps that we can take as a team to help with that. So doing a great job making sure like all of our players and staff are registered to vote. And I will say like the conversations have continued to happen throughout camp, and but we're kind of back to ball now, but at the same time those issues are still important and they're still relevant.
Last one, Wes Hodquitz.
Hey, Oren, one more thing just with the positivity side of things. One, the past 2 years, were there any dark times that you kind of had to work through with that? Or is it, with the injuries, the setbacks, or do you never allow yourself to get there? And then the second part of that, where do you think that natural positivity comes from? Is that just the way you are, the way you were raised? Where do you think you're able to derive that from?
Yeah, I definitely say with those times of uncertainty, you just have to lean on God, lean on your support system. My family, they definitely instilled some very strong values of positivity and working through tough times. But I just can't say enough about my support system. Just being there no matter what, they had my back. Just making sure I was propped up on all sides. And you just have to really just realize how blessed you are to be in the position you are. Like I'm playing at the highest level, and that's always been a dream of mine. So regardless, I know that God is good, and I'm just going to continue to keep working and try to be the best version of myself.